It's something about having God in between us. That even if we don't agree, we have to fight fair. Because sometimes we just won't agree. But just because we don't see eye to eye don't mean we can't walk hand in hand. Because for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, which means when you say somebody disagree with you, don't you know at the same time that they disagree with you, you at the same time disagree with them? Because if one person would agree with the other person in the disagreement would disappear. And even if we don't always see eye to eye, we don't agree on everything, can we agree on one thing, that God is watching us? Oh yes, all the time. Can we agree on one thing, that we ought to do what we do to honor and please God? And if we do anything that brings dishonor to God and who we represent, we ought to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. They were to situate themselves around the tabernacle. I ain't got time to stay for this but I'll show you this tabernacle. Well, they had the Ark of the Covenant ultimately, and the presence of God is where God would meet them right there in that place in the middle. You don't check out sometime, because when God got mad with his people in Exodus 33, after they had built the golden calf, you can read it for yourself sometime, I don't have time to go through it. But after God got mad with his people and said, I'm through with you. Moses pleaded with God and said, God, what is the promised land if we don't have your presence? Oh my God. What is the promised land? If we don't, matter of fact, Moses said in Exodus 33 verse 15, he said, now, if your presence will not go with us, then don't bring us up from here. I'm just talking about what the Bible says. I'm just witnesses in your Bible. If your presence don't go with us, you know what? It's better to stay in a one-room house with folks sleeping on the floor with God than to move to a multi-bedroom home and God ain't back. Moses said, God, if you don't go with us, forget it. What difference is the promised land if we don't have your presence? You know why that was important? Because God had promised, remember real quick, God had promised us a land that was going to be fruitful. But here's the thing, other people had fruitful land. But Moses, the difference between God's people and everybody else, there were other people who had good crops and good harvests, but they didn't have God. What really makes the promised land attractive, Lord have mercy, and make it appealing, is that God promised that he would be present. Have y'all heard of heaven? Where is heaven? Anywhere God is. That's what makes heaven heaven. There's a lot of luxury we can have that we catch on Sunday? Y'all with me here? Because y'all, if you're not careful, you can pull spiritual muscles by lifting too much theological weight on Sunday.
That's right. That's right.
See, here it is. We got to make sure we do, G, is during the week, we got to stretch with God.
That's right. Stretch it out. I feel God stretch it out.
So, that once I get to church on Sunday,
right. You want for Jesus.
I can run now, and I can shout now, and I can lift him up. Because all week long, I've been stretching it out with God. I've been at a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. Because I can't wait till I got here to praise God. But all week long, I've been lifting him up on my job and in the grocery store. I've been magnifying his name. And when I get here, it's just a celebration of what I've been doing all week long. All week long, I've been with Jesus. All week long, I've been with him. Is there anybody here who can say on this Sunday, he just gives them the day? But let me get ready for y'all. Listen, understand this. Understand this. Please understand. Brothers and sisters, the thing that's so important, our worship is so important. Worship, Reverend Jason, is a reorientation of the soul toward the center of the camp.
Woo, that's strong.
Worship is a reorientation of the soul to the center of the camp. When I worship, we sing the song, we have come into this house, gathered in his name to worship him. One verse says, just forget about yourself.
That's right.
Concentrate. Are y'all here? On him, that's the center. And worship him. And you want to know why y'all be worshiping? For he is Lord. For he is Lord. He has risen from the dead. And he is Lord. Every knee shall bow. Every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. I think we're ready about to quit now. Let me just show you this, and I'll cover all of chapter 2. He started off by telling them, establish yourselves in the order that I give you.
Yes, sir.
Around the tabernacle. Everybody had equal access to God. Didn't matter what camp you were a part of, whether it was Reuben. Are y'all with me here? Judah or Ephraim or Dan. It didn't matter. Whatever group